What's up, everyone? I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And today it's time for another Black Series blunder. You knew this was coming, Pete. Today we're talking about Slave Leia, or Princess Leia, parentheses, slave outfit, or Hut Slayer Leia, or whatever you want to call her.
Prisoner.
Because there's no canon name for this character.
True. Aside from just Leia.
Right.
Where do we even begin with this abomination
Yes.
of a figure?
This definitely goes beyond Black Series blunder. This goes to Black Series abomination.
And I don't want to see any of your guys' comments saying, it came out in 2013 or 2014.
Yeah.
So you're holding it to today's standards. We are not holding it to today's standards. Even back then, it was a blunder.
Yeah, this figure is just notorious. It's notorious for it being a peg warmer when it first came out and then skyrocketed in value.
Of course.
And also just a lot of the other random issues that are wrong with this figure. So let's just jump into it, Justin.
My main issue is the scale.
Oh, yes.
We've talked about this plenty of times. You guys have seen the comparison pics. But this is a smaller Leia, even in relation to other Leia figures in the Black Series. Significantly shorter.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that is all about.
Yeah, she's like almost like a 4-inch figure rather than like a 6-inch scale figure. So it's really, really odd. And even for the time, the face just wasn't all that great. And of course, the paint application, not good.
I like on yours, one eye is going one way. It's almost like a little side eye.
Right. Like my Leia definitely has a little side eye. That's more so a QC issue, but
True.
Still, just the face paint application, even for the time, really not that strong. You know, she does have paint on the back, which is shocking.
True.
There is paint on the back of the figure.
Well, you know, once upon a time, Hasbro did paint Black Series figures.
That is true. The good old days.
But holy cow.
Yeah.
I'm sure, Nate, you'll take a closer shot of this. But there is some extreme fraying on the soft goods.
Yeah, my figure has started to deteriorate.
I've never seen that on a Black Series figure.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't move her around that much.
Right.
Don't really, you know, she sits in front of Jabba pretty much 365. Yet the soft goods have started to fray off, which I suppose could happen to any soft goods, but specifically on mine, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But yeah, she also has a chain around her neck that is way too short. You physically cannot have her sitting in front of Jabba the Hutt and have Jabba holding the chain like we see him in the movie.
Like,
it is too short. I would even be okay if it was plastic and it was just longer.
that really is short. That's like, it's less than 2 inches for sure.
Absolutely. And so it really defeats the purpose of her having the chain around her neck because Jabba cannot hold it.
The joints.
Yeah, specifically the double knees. They just look awful. Very unappealing to look at.
Right. I think the issue is its flesh tone. So when you see pins, like I'm fine with pins, especially on classic Black Series, but for flesh tone, like you don't really have that problem up there because it's only a single joint. But on the legs, you just see both of those pins like on leg, like on flesh.
Right.
And it's really weird to look at. Like, I don't know if it's like a pattern thing or what.
And kind of similarly, if you do the thigh swivel.
Yes.
The thigh swivel makes it look really weird because now she's got a huge cut in her leg.
Oh, yeah. And you have this is getting really weird, but we have some markings on the inner thigh.
Yeah, they couldn't have put the markings for the figure on the foot like most figures. They had to put them on her inner thighs.
Yeah.
Very unusual.
Which there are markings on the inner foot, but I guess there wasn't enough.
Yeah, and that's also something that, you know, can be distracting depending on how you have her posed. Those can stick out like sore thumbs.
Right.
She also comes with really random accessories. Like, they are technically like Jabba's palace themed.
True.
The vibro axe and like the staff type weapon.
Yeah, we just rewatched the scenes and we didn't see her using the spear.
Yeah, we were double checking. We were because we were like, does she use those at all?
Because she uses something to smash, like, the power button, but it's like a plug.
Yeah.
It's like a power plug thing.
Right. And then she, hops on the sail barge gun and, shoots the deck.
Yeah.
So she doesn't use those two accessories. So it's a classic Black Series case of we don't know what to put with this character. So random accessories.
I mean, Salacious?
Could have repacked Salacious.
Like an in-scale Salacious?
Right. Like something like that, or something to add to Jabba, because obviously they knew Jabba was coming.
A longer chain where you can link it with this?
Right. She could have come with something that could have been world building to Jabba's palace, not just the vibro axe and this weird staff weapon that she doesn't use.
So yeah, out of scale, I think that's my main issue with it. The face is terrible. The double jointed pins, I mean, at that point, just do single joint.
Right.
I mean, I guess because you want her laying, and then, I don't know. The
The
pins look weird.
Ideally, alternate second bottom half of the figure that plugs in that's just preset laying legs.
Exactly. That would be amazing.
That would be the perfect way to pull that off, but obviously that's not what happened. And of course, Justin, one of the worst parts, at least modern day for this figure, is how expensive she is. One of the most expensive Black Series figures, because unfortunately she will most likely never be reproduced, which is unfortunate because this is a figure that could easily benefit from a 100% remake figure. Skip the archive.
Skip the archive.
Skip the archive, go straight to a brand new figure, and it would be truly incredible. I know they would do a great job with it in the modern day.
Yeah, get rid of those pins, get the photo reel on there. It'd be great.
Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, you are stuck roughly paying $80+ for this figure if you want to add her to the collection. And Justin's manual focus, it's set to manual focus, so it's never going to focus on the figure.
Trust me, it's bad.
I will say at the end of the day, the figure does still serve somewhat of a purpose. I mean, like when she's posed on the shelf and you're looking from a distance.
And you're squinting.
You're like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Just don't get any closer.
Don't get too close.
Yeah, do not get too close. And honestly, I would not pay the aftermarket price for this figure. I do not personally think it is worth it. I had a hard time paying the $20 that I paid for it a few years ago.
Right.
So it's one of those things where she's very expensive and it's just not a quality figure. So I would not recommend paying those insane prices. I think I would rather just live without the figure. But that's just me. I don't know. And so that is why Princess Leia Slave Outfit is a Black Series blunder. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you are new, join that channel membership, check out that Discord. I'm Nate. Join with Justin.
See you guys later.
And we will see you next time on Out of the Basement.